Howdy. So far today, this is the third video of the day. Okay, so I kind of hit another revelation here, and then a completion point. I was very emotional today, very emotional. So I made a video about cutting ties with cutting the umbilical cord between me and the feminine, feminine, external feminine, like women outside of me. Kind of mothering me or taking care of me or whatever, doing all things the way they've been treating me. And I've noticed a change recently between me and just women in general. Going out to eat. So a restaurant, I consider I consider a restaurant to be feminine because it feeds me. I go there and pay them money and they feed me. They serve me, take care of me. The feminine side of life serves the masculine side. And that doesn't matter if, you're talking about yourself, within yourself, or externally. Okay, so my body serves my mind, or my heart, whatever you're going to say, your heart's desires. But in order for you to attain your heart's desires, your heart must submit to your mind. Your mind is how you figure out, where you figure out how to get your desires. So your heart wants something, and you figure out in your head, you say, you do all this figuring and shit, and you say, okay, well, this is how I need, how I get this, whatever it is that you want. Your mind will tell your heart, well, this is what we have to do in order to get that. So your heart and your body and everything must submit to your mind. Well, it doesn't have to. You can live through your heart. As it's what a woman in her truest nature does. She lives purely out of her heart. And that's fine. But you're not going to have any type of long-term success or any kind of long-term fulfillment. God, the mind, your brain plans ahead. It has the ability to plan things out, okay? So, y'all gonna be patient with me here. I'm lining up my fucking puzzle pieces. I don't like when they're crooked. See, I've been doing this lately, putting this puzzle together. Every single time I touch one of these pieces, that builds a stronger relationship between me and the piece. These pieces are very goddamn... Oh, yeah, see that shit? I mean, how the fuck do you figure out which one goes where? You got to get to know the fucking pieces personally. Figure out where the fuck they go. This is a 1,000-piece puzzle, and not easy. So you really got to pay close attention to detail. And you got to get to know the fucking puzzle and the pieces and stuff. It's made me realize that in the Marine Corps, they do this in boot camp. They run around, and they put their hands on people. And they still do. Like, they will touch you and move your hands and move your body in order to teach you how to stand and how to hold your hand and how to hold yourself. They will personally move your body and fix your body for you to teach you where you should be. And they'll move you around. So in formation, so all these pieces are like in a formation here, in alignment. They will move you around. If you're out of alignment, they will move you around. They'll touch you and they'll yell at you. They'll holler at you. All that stuff that they're doing actually builds connection. Personal connection between y'all. Between your drill instructors and the recruits. So that's what I'm doing with these puzzle pieces here. Same fucking thing. It really is. Y'all think that they're dead. They're not dead. These pieces aren't dead. They're very much alive. Living, breathing things. Everything is alive, okay? So, where the fuck was I going with all that? I got off track there. Cut the cord with the feminine. And so, like these people at the restaurants, okay, let me get back to the restaurants. It's as if they haven't been extremely courteous and nice to me. Like they used to be, they was very nice and sweet and everything. And now here recently, the last few times I've been, it's like they're just kind of very dry and bland. And the service that I get out in town, anywhere, is very dry and bland. That's what I've been noticing. So, and that's okay. I mean, it's not has nothing to do with them at all. It's just part of the process of what I am going through. Me cutting ties with my feminine, the feminine outside, them serving to take care of me and kind of pulling my own feminine back into myself. And I have to learn to serve myself. So I talked about earlier how I went to town and God pulled a lot of strings and made a lot of stuff happen there out in town. I talked about money. The first video I made today was about hell, it was me fucking crying and all emotional and stuff. I don't know why. I really don't, other than, I do know why because it's part of the process. But as far as, I can't explain everything about it. Some things I just can't explain, okay? You got to trust God. You got to trust life. Just trust the process. Trust in it. Trust in yourself. You're going to be okay. If you're struggling, you're going to be okay. You'll get through it. I promise you. All you have to do is not quit. All right. So God pulled a lot of strings out in town while I was driving around, and I run in and met somebody. I've been needing money, needing some work or something, and I ran into a guy out there and told him that if he needed work to let me know, and he said, yeah, I'll be getting in touch with you. And he's a very honest guy. He pretty well, when he says something, he means it. And then I run into, so I come home, brought my groceries and stuff home, and there's something that happened on the way home too. I ain't gonna get into all that because it wouldn't really fit very well with all this. But anyways, y'all wouldn't understand that. I got home and I decided I was looking at Facebook and I saw a picture on Facebook. Last year I had a fire and drinking a beer around the fire, and I was like, man, that sounds really good, because apparently the damn weather was very nice last year. We had like 70-degree weather today, and at the end of February. That ain't right, man. But it's here, and I'm gonna enjoy it, okay? So I wanted some beer, so I got some fucking trash and shit, and hauled down to the store. My uncle owns a store and has a dump trailer. I threw some trash in the trailer, and I run into a guy who has owed me money since back in August. I think July. I done some work, and he owed me like a little bit of money, and he's messaged me a few times here and there. He's like, hey, I've been meaning to get the money to you. I'm like, oh, no big deal. Don't worry about it, man. Whatever, we'll get it sometime. Well, here I am needing money, and then here me and him, we haven't saw each other since then. We just happened to run into each other at the store, and he's like, hey, he come up to me. He's like, you want cash or check or whatever? He's like, I'll go ahead and pay you. I was like, oh, good deal. And then he's also like, hey, I got a roof. My dad's roof needs painting. If you want to come do that for us sometime. I was like, yeah, great. So I don't know, I'll go do that tomorrow if that's available, So today's 7:42 p.m. on February 23rd. So I'll go do that for him tomorrow. So there's $100 he owed me, plus whatever I get off of that. That'll be a half a day's work, another couple hundred or so. I mean, so I've been needing money, and I got emotional, all overwhelmed and stuff about it. So I cut ties with the feminine side of life, but at the same time, God, the masculine and feminine side of life, there's always a bigger aspect. So I refer to myself as God, because I am a little God, but there's always a bigger God, always. No matter how big you get, there's always a bigger God. So that's what keeps you humble. You have to stay humble all the time. It's just a good thing. Also, before I even got to the store, I run into a woman. I was on the way to the store, and I run into a woman, and she owed me a little bit of money, and she gave me what she owed me. Plus, I had done a little bit of work for her today. She's the woman that actually went down and trimmed up the trees and shit for her. I talked about that in my other video. Okay. That I made today. So, run into her. And she said that her and another woman, her neighbor, another woman that I help out and go see and deal with, an older woman, said that they got some work. If I was interested, I was like, yeah, absolutely, sure. So there's just like a pile of work come to me all of a sudden today, So that's how God works, all right? God will help you out and look out for you. You just got to, the only thing you really got to focus on is focus on yourself, healing, doing what you need to do. Like I say, I don't know why I was even worried about money, because I've never worried about money before, but for some reason, I can't say I never worried about it, but I always kind of had it too. That was just something that I had to go through in the process. Part of the process, what I had to go through. Okay. I made that video and I brought it out into the light. My struggles, what I was dealing with on the inside, I brought it out into the light. And so I guess you could say I brought my problems out to God. And God saw them and recognized them and sent solutions to me. Okay, so that's how God works. God will work for you if you'll work for God. If you'll work for yourself, if you'll work for the betterment of yourself, the betterment of life, God will work for you as well. And you can get, I would say, twice as much accomplished, but really it's infinity and beyond. You can get a motherfucking, however much you want to get accomplished, you can pretty much get it done. As long as it is in accordance with the betterment of life, with all things good. So that's it. I made me some good ass damn food, some steak from beef that we butchered here. My dad got beef. Well, it's my grandpa's actually. He's got cattle. Butchered one. It's good old fresh, home raised beef. Put some good marinade on it. I forget what that stuff's called, but it's damn good. Let me go look, because I got two different kinds. I got the regular and smoked. Allegro marinade. That shit's good. I got it at Kroger's. Yeah, I went down, let's see, chopped up some peppers and onions and carrots and put a few pieces of bacon over the top of it, all in a little glass dish, and baked it in the oven. Oh, buddy, it smells good. Then I sprinkled some cheese on it after I got done, after I baked it all up. So I was just sitting here waiting, letting the cheese melt. Salt and garlic powder. I think some poppy seeds or something. I don't know. Some kind of seeds. I forget. So I'm going to get off here. Enjoy that shit. I had a couple beers. That's about all I want. I'm good on that. Kind of made me sleepy, which is good. Maybe I'll sleep tonight. I haven't been sleeping. So, good things, man. God's always there. He's always working. For you and for me, for us, for the world, for the betterment of the world, to help us grow and to reach our potential as humanity, as individuals. Okay. And everything in between. Communities and cultures and countries. Okay. So, that's it. That's all I got for y'all. See you later. I love you, sons of bitches. Goodbye.